I'm just blown away by this thing. This is not a normal graphics card. This thing looks like it belongs in a server rack, not on my desk. This is the kind of GPU that makes you immediately start thinking of ridiculous projects. I have got to put this thing in a machine right now. That was not me, by the way. That was AI generated. And I got that using only one frame of me, this, from a previous video. And of course, a picture of the RTX Pro 6000. Well, to be fair, it actually generated me with this speech first.
This is not a normal graphics card. This thing looks like it belongs in a server rack, not on my desk.
Why did it give me a British accent? I don't know, but the visual is pretty cool. It even got the dimensions of the card right. What do you think? So this is Higgsfield, and I was on the free plan for over a year, but I recently decided to upgrade because they have an insane collection of video models that are available, including the latest and greatest CDance 2.0. I'm going to show you samples of that. Image generation, audio, and they have these tools that integrate everything together, but this right here caught my attention. This is new. This is their MCP endpoints, and it'll allow me to use Claude Code, which by the way does not generate video or images natively, but now I'll be able to do it. Here it is on the Claude AI web interface. I was able to query this for an upcoming video where I want to put special effects. It's this video, by the way, with a cluster coming up soon on the channel. But I want to also be able to use this inside Claude Code so I can programmatically tell my agent to go and generate images on the fly. And since it's talking to one service, Higgsfield, I have access to all these video models, all these image models. Let's give this a quick try. I'm going to upload this image to Claude Code, make this into a nice looking poster with RTX Pro 6000 written above the GPU, and go. Now, I already configured this to use Higgsfield. It's a really easy process. I'm going to show you that in a moment. But now, Claude and Claude Code both know how to use Higgsfield just because it's already configured. The MCP is set up as connections, and it already understands and knows to call Higgsfield automatically. And after a couple minutes, your RTX Pro 6000 poster is ready. Here it is. Where is it? Oh, I get a URL for it. So I can see it under the Assets tab on the website, and there it is, looking all pretty. Or they gave me a direct URL to the full resolution image. That's pretty good. Now I want to eventually get this in a programmatic workflow. Let me know if you want to see a video on that down below. But for now, I found the MCP workflow pretty incredible because it adds this functionality to Claude Code. And not only that, if you're using OpenClaw, if you're using Hermes, if you're using NemoClaw, you can add it to all those as well. But here's how easy it is to actually add to Claude Code if you're using that. I have it here. I'm just going to remove it so I can show you from scratch. Let's say I'm in Claude on the web interface. I'm going to go to settings, then connectors, and then add a custom connector. Now I just need the name. I'll do a Higgsfield here, and then the remote MCP server URL. Now if you go to Higgsfield and go to the MCP tab, there's nothing to it. All you can do is just copy and paste this right here. Let's go with add, and you're done. That's it. Now you just go and ask for images in Claude. But let me show you a trick how to get around all kinds of permission things that it's going to ask you, because there's a lot of different functionality that this endpoint has, a lot of different tools. And by default, all these are set to this little hand that says, okay, needs approval. So every time you want to do image generation, it's going to ask you for approval. I just say always allow for all these, you know, because we're a little bit more relaxed with these kinds of tools these days, but you choose your own story and adventure. You can disallow certain things if you don't want them either. For example, generating images, generating video, Marketing Studio, which is another tool that Higgsfield offers, displaying results right in line, training Soul Character Wizard. I haven't tried that one yet, but it's this is something I definitely want to use. Not because I'm going to replace myself in these videos, but essentially you can train your own character on your images and then use that inside your videos so you can have character consistency. If you take a look at the originals, by the way, some of these are a little bit, you know, graphic content warning is needed for these. Like this brand new one called Mork. You can see all these. All right, we're not going to show that part. All right, this is a scary part. Okay, these characters are actually repeated in multiple different scenes. They even aged throughout this movie, so you can see that under originals. There's a ton of these original movies here, and some of them are really, really good. I'm just amazed looking at these. The quality and the consistency of characters is really on another level here. So I can do that on my own character. I'll still be in these videos, of course. That's not going away. But I just wanted to give you an example of what I'm going to do with this particular cluster here. So into Claude, I sent in a video, which is just a short clip here. I wanted to have some kind of cool special effect on top of them. So I gave it a nice prompt here, the sequence and the power-ups that I want to see there, and then optionally some text that pops up on screen. So we went through a couple of iterations. Here's one. It's pretty cool. I think some of this can be used, like especially at the end here, this little part. But obviously, that's not me. And obviously, two of them are Node 4. That's not right. So I said, okay, make it shorter, do a tighter cut, don't do text. And here's what I came up with. Okay, it still did some text, but this is pretty cool, although it only had 3 in there. And then I said, okay, these options didn't use my actual footage. It kind of took my actual footage and reinterpreted it. It did a really good job because that looks exactly like the machines. But what would happen if I were to use the actual footage? So I asked it for that. It figured out that it needed to use a frame. So it found a frame to use, and this is what it gave me. Obviously, the nodes are misnumbered again, but this is actually pretty cool because it had the sound effects, it had the cluster active. Still not usable, but we're getting closer here. I want it faster, make it 4 seconds, and don't add any text overlays. And here's the result.
Den incruzimmen is de bossen zijn de doelpunten bos. Is really emini what to me service aiken all side.
First of all, that is really cool looking. I really love that. There's no text. It's just energy pulsing throughout these things, connecting them. But did you notice the sound, the audio?
Den incruzimmen is de bossen zijn de doelpunten bos. Is really emini what to me service.
It's a bunch of gibberish. However, the model was obviously trained on a little bit of Optimum videos. It's another channel I really enjoy. This guy right here.
A lot of PCs, from your basic gaming builds all the way up to the most overkill or compact water-cooled systems that you could imagine.
Obviously, that's his voice. The little gibberish sounds even have the Australian accent. I don't know what I'm saying is possible, but somehow it is.
Den incruzimmen is de bossen zijn de doelpunten bos.
I found that to be extremely hilarious. I just wanted it to generate the video effects, but this is obviously audio effect capable as well. At the top here, they have an audio studio where you can use a voiceover. You upload a video, the text, and it'll give you a voiceover. You can change the voice, or you can translate videos into a different language. Let's translate this video into Chinese. So it's queued up, it's working on it. I'm gonna be building a full pipeline of my video workflow. And if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be digging into that. But this is pretty impressive stuff. The quality of the videos has skyrocketed. The interaction with your agents has also been improved here. And the fact that you have so many options here is just pretty crazy. Here we go.
这不是一张普通的显卡，这个东西看起来更像是属于服务
Oh my
器
god.
架，
That's crazy. I don't speak Chinese, but it looks like I do. And the mouth kind of matches what I'm saying too. So this whole shared system of Higgsfield supercomputer where you can create a sole ID character, that's what I was talking about earlier, and use that character inside your videos. You can generate custom voices and use those inside your videos. You can have reference images like I did with the RTX Pro 6000 and use those inside your videos too. You can try this out for free. It does take some credits to do video generation. I'll warn you ahead of time. So maybe stick to images. You could probably generate a couple of videos on free too. All right, obviously a lot of fun can be had with this thing, but at some point you have to get down to business. I already have a bunch of cool special effects shots that would have taken hours to create manually through After Effects, but I want to tweak it just a little bit more. Cooler sound effects and camera movement. So I had Claude generate the next prompt for me. Pause the video here if you want to read the whole thing, and I sent it off. And folks, I have my shot. At this point, I was like, okay, I'm upgrading. This is it. I bought a package. It's a subscription, of course, as always, these things are these days. But I think that the quality and the value that this provides has finally exceeded my threshold. But check it out for yourself. In fact, I'll leave a link down below. You can use my link to sign up. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for that other video where I'm going to show you my video pipeline workflow that I'm going to use this in. And you might find this video interesting as well. See you next time.